record on the video. It doesn't matter because I'm just going to sync clap, and that way we'll have it. So we're recording?
Yes.
Okay.
One.
Well, no, we'll just start it. I'm just going to sync clap and cut from there.
Yeah, I'm going to clap.
It doesn't matter when we clap.
Oh.
As long as there's a spike in the audio and I see it in the video,
okay,
I could just hit the thing. But if you really want to do it, you can go ahead. Okay, we're recording video. Okay. You just want to keep clapping. Okay.
You got two of them there.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter now because I've talked over this shit.
So do I clap again?
Yeah, clap again.
Go for the third one.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Talking Bull. I'm Anthony, and this is Nick.
Hi.
We are Talking Bull, and we are going to give you a rundown of the nerd news we found this week, as well as our main topic of the week. This week's main topic is going to be the Flash and Arrow season finales. Instead of trying to figure out what topic we were going to do, we were like, hey, let's just do those two shows because they finished and there's a lot to talk about. So instead of wasting time talking about them and not getting anything in, we decided, hey, let's do that. And plus, neither of us thought of a topic. So, we're winging it. Week 5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what do you want to start? You want to start off with the news and lead into our topic today?
Yes.
All right.
Let's do the news.
So starting off with this news, what do you got? We'll start with your news.
Okay. I think we'll start with the bigger issue that came out this week.
Yes.
Was the Zack Snyder stepping down.
Yes.
From Justice League.
As a big story this week.
Due to a family tragedy.
Yes.
His daughter, which is because he works with his wife, right?
Yeah.
Deborah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, she's always a producer, right?
Yeah, she's the producer of all the movie, but not the mother.
Oh, okay.
Yes, from what I read.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
Not the mother.
Oh, okay.
Because there was a tweet he put out later on.
Yeah. And
it said that thank you for all the support, me, Deb, and he listed the mother's name. I'm drawing a blank. And in brackets he wrote Autumn's mother.
Oh, okay.
So Deborah's not the mother.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
Yeah, neither did I.
Oh, okay.
But so she had unfortunately committed suicide in March.
Yeah.
And he wanted to
keep it private.
Keep it to himself. He thought originally that keeping himself busy with work would help.
Yeah.
Ultimately, he has decided to step back from the movie in post-production, along with the summer scheduled pickups that they're going to do.
Yeah.
And in his absence, Joss Whedon has been brought in to finish those pickups and the editing process of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, because
apparently Joss Whedon had already been working on the project.
Unbeknownst to us.
Because he was the one that had written those pickups that Zach was going to film in the summer. Now he's just writing and directing them himself.
Yeah. So,
yeah. It's terrible.
It is. It's a sad news story. Mm-hmm. I'm glad. My whole thing was I was glad that everyone was awesomely respectful about it.
Yes.
Because normally when a director drops out of a movie this late or drops out for any reason, the internet loses their goddamn collective mind.
Yeah, well, I think that was part of the
initial reason why he decided to not say anything to begin with. Mm-hmm. Was he didn't want the fans to do what the fans normally do in this occasion, which is tear everyone a new one because the internet is the internet.
Had he just been okay, I'm walking away from Justice League, everyone would have been oh, so he was fired because Batman didn't do this.
Yeah, because of all the stuff everyone had already said about him.
Unfortunately, he had to make that tough choice and allow us into his personal life.
Yeah.
I'm just reading that. I wanted to find the tweet he put out.
Okay.
It says, thanks for the outpouring of support. I can't express how much it means to Debbie and I and Autumn's mother, Denise, at such a difficult time. So,
okay.
Yes. Yes. Very, very sad. Very unfortunate that it happened.
Yeah, very.
Wish him and his family the best.
Yes, definitely. I'm just glad to see that he is stepping away from a project to be with his family.
Yeah.
And not just working. Mm-hmm. I think it's at least in my experience.
Yeah,
not in my experience. I would say just better.
In March a little bit, but yeah.
It's good he ultimately decided that my family is first and foremost before a movie, any movie, what it is. So I'm glad for that, and I'm glad everyone was supportive and not a dick. Because, as we know, the internet can be very dickish.
Yeah, it could have gone another way, but
Yeah.
I'm glad it went out this way.
I'm glad.
Moving on to other, of course, DC news this week.
Yes.
Just after that, I think it was the next day, we find out Doug Liman drops out of Justice League Dark. Which is now, I believe, the
14th? Oh, 5th.
Fifth director to
drop out of this
leave
movie.
a project.
Yeah.
I
Oh
mean,
my God.
well,
What is with
I'm
DC
gonna go-
properties and directors?
I would say
Snyder
four. It's gonna be
aside.
four. It
Yeah.
would be the fourth director. I'm not counting Affleck. Like, I'm not counting him leaving Batman.
No.
No.
But seriously,
I think
what
he's
is
still a part of it. He's still
Yeah.
you
But
know
what
I
is
mean?
with
It's just too much for
directors
one
leaving
person to
DC
do.
movies?
But I'm counting the two guys from Flash.
Yeah.
I'm counting the one, the first woman they got for Wonder Woman.
Yep.
So that's 3. Now,
Aquaman, didn't he lose the director
No.
too? I
No.
thought he did.
No, he never
He's
did.
the only one that hasn't
the
lost
only one that
yet?
stuck around.
Wow. That's
Doug
different.
Liman leaving thing is 4, and you could count 5 if you count Guillermo del Toro doing Justice League Dark.
Oh, I do, because this was his
This
project.
was
That's
his
the whole
project.
reason
So
we
that-
got this
it
movie.
would be 5.
This movie is
guys
never
have
getting off
left,
the ground.
5 directors they've lost.
Yeah, like it's not like it's a Marvel mandate where they're like, do what we tell you or that's it.
Yeah, they're
DC
really
lets
have-
them reign and go.
Well, with so getting back to Justice League Dark and Doug Liman leaving the project, it says that his was similar to something else we read last week. It was a scheduling conflict. They want to move ahead on it, and he is going off to direct Chaos Walking, which has a green light and is ready to go in the summer, so he can't do it.
So why can't DC just wait? It's not like they need to push these things out. Their movies are shit
I
garbage
think
anyways.
just like I think just the process, like not that Justice League Dark is filming in the summer, but like he's not around to do the pre-production for the summer so that it could film next spring. If he's doing this movie from the summer to the till December, you know, he can't start until next year, which means he'll film the following. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I guess so.
So it's more of that type of thing.
I don't know.
I'm
I don't even see this damn thing getting off the ground anyways. Like, their movies are barely borderline going. And
I think we're going to get a lot of news at Comic-Con.
oh, definitely.
To straighten all this. I'm hoping we do.
Oh yeah, I
Straighten
can't
out
see
all
them
this
not releasing a bunch of information. Hey, here's what we're doing. Here's our new timeline. Blah blah blah. Because obviously, like, Flash still doesn't have a director.
Nope.
Like, no update on that story of the 3 they had.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you not like?
Yeah, you have all that.
This
big
movie's
push.
supposed to
You have
come
that
out-
big push of all those directors, and then
nothing.
And then it kind of sizzles away, and you're not getting anything.
And apparently, Cyborg's still on track. So, okay.
That was
So where
far
does
in the
that push
future,
Green
though,
Lantern?
so- On track.
On track
That
to-
one has writers.
Yeah, writers. Yeah, that worked out so well. The first Green Lantern when they have
Well,
writers.
it's only 2.
That's much better than
So
18.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a team. But and then what do you got for us?
I have. So the PlayStation Network, they released a bunch of their statistics and saying who they had and whatnot. So among active PlayStation users across all consoles, they have. I seem to have lost the story. They have. What did I write earlier? Hang on. Sorry. Technical hiccup. I seem to have lost the information I wrote down because writing it down would be helpful. And since I lost it, I guess we're just going to wing it some more.
Okay, so
Quick vamp.
well, you look for that.
Quick
I'll
vamp.
jump to the next story then.
Oh, there it is.
Back
Never
to
mind, I found it.
Got it?
Yeah,
Alright.
the PlayStation Network has 70 active users among all consoles, and a third of them are paying for PlayStation Plus subscriptions. So that's just about 26.4 million PlayStation Plus subscribers, which that's a huge chunk of change for Plus.
Oh, yeah, for Plus.
That's like a shit ton of money. And 70 million active users on the network. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. And that, I think, anywhere between 50 and 60 of that is PlayStation 4s.
Yeah.
Like, that is a lot of PS4s.
So how many PS4s have they sold?
I think it was like 55 million last they
That's
did. Like,
terrible.
because Sony released some numbers, and then other times it's just guessing based on active subscriptions and what they get from dings when they like ding the network to see how many people are using it at any given time. So that was the like rough estimate, was about like 55 million.
That's how many PS4s have been sold.
Yeah. Their goal for the end of the year is to reach 78 hardware units, or 78 million hardware units sold.
Wow.
So they're on track to becoming one of the highest selling consoles.
Yes.
They're getting up there, which is crazy because they barely came out of the PS3 on top. And then for some reason, well, we know the reason. Xbox came out and did a whole bunch of stupid shit at their last press conference for E3. And they were like, DMC this, or blah, 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 and always have to be online. And it was really bad. And everyone was like, you know what? We're going to go to PlayStation. And they did, because Xbox has been floundering their entire time, trying to play catch-up. Nintendo, too, but Nintendo's always playing catch-up.
Well, Nintendo.
Because you know what? Nintendo doesn't care. Nintendo does Nintendo. Like, this is a company. I'm just gonna rag on Nintendo for a minute. This is a company that, for the NES Minis, did not release enough.
I know.
They had this thing where they're like,
You
"Oh,
know how many they could have sold?
I know," and they're so stupid because they're just like, "Well, we thought it was like a toy niche market that, like, if you really wanted it, you could buy." Well, motherfuckers, I really wanted one, and I can't find it.
The entire world wanted one.
They are selling for like $300 on eBay.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous. Just let me buy the goddamn thing.
Yeah, if you can find one in a store, what are they? $80?
Yeah.
$80? And
Yeah, 80 Canadian. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So sticking with game news, in smart Microsoft news, they announced their Xbox Game Pass a while ago. And for those of you who don't know what it is, it's a Netflix-like subscription service, which for Xbox Gold members, and I guess non-Gold members, starting in June. Basically, each month games will cycle in and out of service, kind of like Netflix. And you can play them. It's kind of like the PlayStation Now, where you can play games like a Netflix. So instead of watching a show, you just play the game.
Yeah, and you're
but
type of thing. Like you kind of are downloading it.
Well, that's the difference between these two. The PlayStation Now streams it, so there's no downloading. So you need a really fast internet to run PlayStation Now, and it's a great service. But even with our internet, it still fucking chugs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hardwired now, but through Wi-Fi, you're screwed. And for a lot of places, they don't have good Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So there's no way they're going to be able to play this stuff.
So is the Microsoft one?
Well, Microsoft, you download the games.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah,
and it's yours until it gets pulled from their lineup?
It's yours as long as...
Well, as long as you're paying for
as long as you're paying for it, you have it.
Until it gets pulled, like how Netflix takes stuff off, they change it out or whatever.
Yep.
And it's yours until they change it or until you stop paying.
Basically, yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's a really good service. They cycle out of service every month or every other month or so. And in addition to that, you can buy the game. It'll be available for a 20% discount of whatever the game is priced at that time.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah,
not
so
bad.
if you download it and you really like it and you want to keep playing it, let's say you don't beat it in time or whatever, you can buy it straight out for a discounted price. And they're not just throwing like fucking like Peggle on there.
Games.
Like, yeah, they've got like, so they got some big notable games. They got Halo 5 Guardians, which came out last year, I believe. NBA 2K16's on there. Mad Max, the Borderlands series, the BioShock franchise, which was just released as a remastered, so that's that one. And the first 3 Gears of War.
Not bad.
So all Xbox One owners actually will get their free trial for 14 days of the subscription. So I have a reason to turn on the Xbox now.
Turn on the Xbox and try that, yeah.
It's going to be like, what the hell? Actually, the only 2 times I've turned it on in, like, let's say the last 6 months is the one time you walked by and hit it by accident.
Yeah, I've turned it on a few times.
And and when I hit it last week when we were hooking everything up for the podcast. So it'll get some use, which will be great. And we can get some more Nick tries, because I'm sure there'll be some games on there where we'll just be like, hey, let's try this out and see how you react to it. By the way, guys, You should check out our channel. We uploaded a bunch of new videos. 4 or 5. Excuse me, I hit puberty there real quick. We uploaded a Nick Tries. Nick tried Doom for the first time.
Did.
So you can go on there and see him try that and play it. It's pretty entertaining. There'll be more of those along the way. We'll get back to the news in a second. I just wanted to thank everyone who has gone on YouTube and our various social media accounts and actually boosted our numbers from where they were. All of our YouTube videos have increased ever so slightly, which I like to thank people for. You guys are kind of the reason we're sitting here still recording this, because I think if every video sat at 0, we probably wouldn't be doing them. But we do appreciate you guys, so we would appreciate if you keep liking, subscribing, watching, and let us know what you think. Obviously, don't count this week because we're just kind of winging it as we go. But this is what we do, and we appreciate you guys, so thank you. That was kind of it. Oh, actually, no, I have more game news. Trying to stay within the same topic realm here. So, Far Cry. They announced this week. You enjoyed Far Cry. You played Far Cry 4, right?
That was one I played?
Yeah. You enjoyed that, going around just doing random shit.
Yeah.
So,
no, I liked Far Cry.
Yeah, Far Cry's... I love Far Cry. It's so fun. You get to do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
And the stories are pretty decent, too. Even you kind of follow the story of the last one.
A little bit.
And you don't even like stories in games. So Far Cry 5, they showed off the trailer and new footage yesterday. A little bit different of a take on Far Cry. It's going to take place in America, and it comes out in February 28th, 2018, so sticking with what we said last week about it being out within a financial year. So you're going to take on the role of a junior deputy in Hope County, Montana. You're going to be embroiled in like an attempt takeover of the county by Project at Eden's Gate, a doomsday cult. You get this wide open world in the game version of Montana, and you can play by yourself or in a 2-player co-op game, which is pretty cool. I like when games allow you to do co-op.
Yeah, I like the co-op 2-player.
Yeah, so we might probably check it out. I'll definitely play it. Let's see here. Got the story. You basically what happens is in Hope County the cult kind of takes over, and you're kind of stuck in there. So I guess I'm trying to think of an example of like a project that would be like this. I'm not really thinking of it. Maybe The Village.
Maybe.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways, you're set in this Montana. It's a gated kind of thing. You're going through forests and farms and mountains and the rivers of Montana, so there'll probably be some bears and stuff, which are all... I love animals in Far Cry. Yeah. They're fun because you can use them to attack people. So I don't know if there's alligators in Montana, but no? Crocodiles? No, nothing up there. I want something big and vicious. Yeah, it's in Montana.
It's right under Canada.
Yeah. All right, so we got some bears.
You'll have bears, yeah.
Okay, we'll take some bears. Well, it's their in-game version, so maybe there'll be some crocodiles.
I don't think so.
No,
maybe. For your hope, I'll leave you with hope.
I love using like ferocious animals that you can find to attack the game.
Like wolves.
Yeah, wolves that would be cool.
You would have wolves.
I love that. Well, hopefully there won't be any birds, because there was one bird in Far Cry that chased you around no matter where you went.
Bird.
Seriously, that one bird followed you fucking everywhere. You were in the goddamn Himalayas.
I was in a building and he fucking attacked me.
So again, they'll have playable vehicles. They'll have American muscle cars, big rigs, ATVs, boats, and planes. You have to fight for your survival while being able to recruit human and animal groups. So I don't like. Are you are you getting PETA?
Like a group of animals?
I have no idea. You just walk in there with
earlier.
Yeah, I read it earlier, and I was like, this makes no sense. You get like just a shit ton of squirrels.
Yeah, like how you can use like we're saying, you can use the wolves and the bears to your advantage.
A fucking army of squirrels.
An army of squirrels.
Attack. So yeah, that'll come out. It'll be good. I'll do well, just like every other Far Cry. People seem to love them because they're just open world destruction and mayhem. That's it for gaming news. Mm-hmm.
To movie news.
Yes.
Universal Pictures announced that they are rebooting the classic monster series, and it will be known as Dark Universe.
Ooh, good title.
Starting with the first movie that comes out next month, which is The Mummy. Starring Tom Cruise.
I'm still mad at that movie.
The studio also confirmed that the Invisible Man and Frankenstein's monster will be played by Johnny Depp and Javier Bardem, respectively. They join Tom Cruise as Nick Morton and Russell Crowe as Dr. Henry Jekyll.
Which is kind of cool. That's pretty good casting.
It is. But the next movie in the series, which is Bride of Frankenstein, doesn't come out until February 14th, 2019.
2000.
So, like... and I
beginning of the franchise and, like, over the franchise. Like, it is so
like, I brought up the
far
it's
apart.
obviously news related, but I wanted to just throw out there, like, at what point are you starting a universe when, like, kind of like that, like... A universe should just happen, but now everything is a fucking universe.
But here's the thing. They've already cheated. They've already cheated because this is not their first attempt to bring this thing.
No, the first attempt was Dracula Untold.
Yeah,
which should have been unseen because it wasn't. No one should have seen it.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that bad. It was better.
We watched it.
Yeah, it was. We watched it. Yeah.
No, we did.
No, it wasn't a bad movie.
It wasn't horrible.
It wasn't Hercules.
That movie was bad.
That's the worst rock movie I have ever seen.
Yeah, it was. It was such a bad movie.
Do not ever watch that. It's not even a good bad film.
It's not sometimes sometimes bad.
So
movies
good
are
it's
just fun
bad,
to watch,
or so
like, that's
bad it's good. Yeah,
watch
no.
Save yourself the hour. And it wasn't a long movie.
You want to do something for an hour?
Anything.
Take a nap. Honestly, yeah, do it. Watch paint dry.
Yeah.
More entertaining.
That was just not a good movie.
No, it sucked. Back to the
Dracula Untold wasn't horrible.
No, it wasn't.
But yes, it was their first attempt. It didn't hit the market they wanted, so they kind of just were like, okay, that's just the movie.
Yeah,
we're gonna start again with The Mummy. So I'm just. Do you think if Mummy doesn't work well, do they start again with Bride of Frankenstein, or now are they committed to this?
No, I think they're fully committed to it.
They've released this teaser trailer.
Well,
of, like, the Dark Universe and everything, and I think they're more committed this time than they were with Dracula.
I'm so jaded for the Mummy movie, I just don't care.
Just because of
I did not know until you told me that it was a reboot of the Mummy franchise.
Well, what did you think it was?
I thought it was just a movie starring the Mummy, the Universal Mummy. I did not know that the first Brendan Fraser flicks
were those.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought they were just a Mummy movie starring Brendan Fraser, and those first two are awesome. Third one sucks, but much like every other third movie. But I just thought it was that. Now that I know that it's a reboot of that, I'm just still fucking pissed. Because I'm just like, no, those movies are those movies for a reason. It's like any other thing you see rebooted that shouldn't be. I think this is... If I had not known that, I probably would have been like, oh, cool, a Mummy movie starring thing with the Universal Mummy. I did not know they were all part of the same collective thing.
Yeah.
So when I saw the trailer for Tom Cruise... He's all fucking serious and shit, and I'm like, this is not the Mummy, I'm fucking done. I wrote the movie off immediately. And I don't usually do that unless it's an X-Men movie.
No, with an X-Men movie, you just write off to be like a 5.
Yeah.
You just know it's not going to... There's a ceiling with an X-Men movie. That's all that means.
The only movie I actually just write off is Pitch Perfect. I usually shit on Harry Potter, but this week I'm going to go on Pitch Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. New franchise.
Oh, what else happened? We had the trailer for Spider-Man, the last one.
Yeah, which you tricked me into watching 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, which
I just want to point that out.
I hadn't watched it. And
no,
I
had no
YouTube.
Yeah, I had no intention of watching that because I'm so tired of movies, like not just showing everything, like in terms of like trailers, but just fucking showing everything in terms of here's 6 trailers, here's 3 different cuts. And here's TV cuts. And here's 85 promotional promotional images. You can fucking piece the movie together with your own sound by the time the movie comes out.
Yeah,
and
there's a lot.
I'm fucking done
with
it.
The movie looks good.
That being said, the trailer wasn't that bad.
Trailer wasn't bad.
No.
But I have some issues with it.
I think I'm doing that thing where I did with Turtles and Power Rangers, is that I just love Spider-Man so much. I'm pointing to the thing for those watching. There's a picture behind me of Spider-Man. I'm just like, it's Spider-Man, it's going to be good.
Yeah, I mean, I know it will be.
I want it to be
but
good.
I'm just not liking some of the aspects.
Well, I was saying
the
this
MCU
earlier
part
before we
being
started.
forced into
Yeah,
it.
before
It just
recording.
seems like it's shoehorned into it.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I was saying earlier before we started recording that I think that because there's already 5 Spider-Man movies, the 3 with Tobey and then the 2 with Andrew, that they have to do something so drastically different. And Marvel knows they can bank on their extended universe and Iron Man to sell a movie regardless of if Spider-Man can already sell himself.
well, I was just like I mentioned, like I was comparing it to like Doctor Strange. There's a character that no one sees, no one knows a shit fucking thing about.
Well, Ant-Man
But
too
the
in that
movie-
regard.
Well, Ant-Man too, but the movie comes out
Yeah.
and it does well. It's the first introduction to the character.
Yeah.
There's some subtle things that are like bigger world MCU, like you know he's in the world with everyone else, but it's very self-contained.
Oh shit, I
This-
just thought of a story.
This just feels like it's every other. This seems like it's no different than like an Iron Man or a Cap movie, which
Yeah.
which Iron Man and Captain America, their movies are all movies. Like their movies spread across the entire universe, and now Spider-Man's doing the same thing, but not because Spider-Man's spreading. It's because Iron Man has spread over into Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know, where I'm like,
I think they just wanted to take the biggest bank they have.
I'm not liking the suit, really. I didn't like the idea that it talks to him. And
I was like, it was designed by Tony.
Yeah.
It's the Iron Spider suit based off the comic.
Yeah.
So I already made my peace with that a long time ago.
I wasn't a big fan of that when I saw that
I knew that was going to be it. So I'm just like, okay, that's fine. I was a little weirded out. There was that one scene in the trailer where like it's all big and shit, and then he hits
that button,
and I'm like, okay, that's so when he gets older, it works, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's
part
fine.
looked kind of cool.
Yeah, it just threw me off at first, but
like I'm just not a fan of like just the influence of the MCU, and like it seems like they're gonna find ways to tie everything back to that.
I'm thinking that we may not see as much of Iron Man and Tony as it's letting on to be.
Maybe.
The movie's probably going to be
hoping.
an hour and a half, and I don't think most of that is going to be Tony. I think there'll be cut scenes here and there with him in it, but I think they're just using, for the most part, to promote the movie. They're like, hey, look, we got Spider-Man. Oh, but look, Iron Man's here. Isn't that cool? You didn't see the last Amazing Spider-Man movie, even though it was good, but look, we got Iron Man.
Yeah,
That's how I assume they talk, network executives.
Yeah, maybe. I'm just like I said. I'm obviously going to see the movie. But
Oh, definitely.
There were just some.
It's
things
got that
in
Marvel
trailer.
thing on the front, right?
Yeah, it has that red logo. There was just some trailer issues and story issues, and I'm like, I'm just like, do you need to do that with Spider-Man though?
You
do
don't.
it with these
You
other
don't.
characters that should have had something.
Yeah.
And they were very successful. Why are you doing it with Spider-Man?
I think they just had to do something so drastically different that this is what they decided to go with.
Yeah. So
I thought of a story before you go on to whatever you had there. While you were just talking about expanded universe stuff, there was the article. As you know, I don't know about everyone else. They're changing the Tower of Hollywood Terror or whatever the hell it is to the Guardians ride.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. They've been doing
The
it for a
Tower
while.
of Terror?
Yeah. They're turning it into some Guardians elevator ride.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
Fuck that.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the internet's
Fuck
collective.
them in their asshole.
Well, see, here's the thing. This week, they did a lot of work on it, and I guess they showed off some pictures of stuff that's inside of it, kind of like like the collector, in glass cases like that. And there was 2 big, like, not hey, these might come here, but just kind of Easter egg things. It's Beta Ray Bill.
Yeah.
His hammer, I think it's Stormbreaker.
Okay.
And some Atlantean tablet for Namor.
Oh, I did see that. I
Yeah.
didn't know what you were. I saw those pictures. Didn't know what they were about.
I knew the hammer because Beta Ray Bill is awesome because he's a robot horse thing named Beta Ray Bill with a hammer. I pretty much does the identical thing to Thor. And I guess like James Gunn was there and he did work on it. So they tweeted about it, him saying that he was there because people are like, oh, he wasn't there. He's like, yeah, I was there. I had influence in the ride and what's going to be on it. Not saying that the ride is canon or anything, But it was just cool to see the hammer and the Atlantean tablets from Atlantis and Namor.
That is cool, but still, why fuck that? Why couldn't they just make a new ride?
Because it's Disney.
I guess.
And Disney has a long history of either revamping rides or just abandoning shit.
Yeah.
But who knows? I just thought that was cool. It doesn't necessarily mean we're going to see those, because I think Namor is tied up with...
Namor is in that weird area.
Yeah, he can be used, but he can't be. He might be. I don't know. Stormbreaker and
okay that one. That's above even Feige's head.
Yeah, and Beta Ray Bill obviously they could use. He may, who knows? He could show up in Ragnarok, which would be kind of cool because they did kind of use him, I think, in that story a bit in the animated one because they couldn't use the Silver Surfer, which they can't use the Silver Surfer.
No,
he's with Fox for the Fantastic Four stick. God, that movie is so bad. Anyways, that was just a little tidbit I thought of while you mentioned Expanded Universe. I know we got some other stories, so we'll just jump to those.
Yeah. I just wanted to. The last and final story is the X-Men New Mutants details were revealed.
Oh God, that movie's gonna bomb.
To be a horror movie with no superhero costumes.
Which, like, fuck you. Honestly. I know Fox has a bad habit of getting costumes that look like shit.
Well, I read the article and I was like, have we seen a Fox superhero costume anyway? So, like, no big fucking deal or surprise.
Well, in the first...
Besides Deadpool,
well, no, but in the first...
did a costume yet.
No, in the first set of flicks, they used the...
they all wore leather jackets that they bought at
but those were the Morrison 2000 X-Men line. They all wore... Oh, no, wait. That might have been influenced by that.
I think it was.
Yeah, you're right. It was influenced by that.
They all got,
my bad.
They all got black leather outfits from
Which,
a biker gang.
Again,
okay.
I understand in terms of translating costumes to screen.
But what I'm saying is, like, I'm not surprised that they're fucking us on the costumes.
I'm wholeheartedly not surprised.
Deadpool, they have fucked us in every movie for
But here's the thing, the first class outfits are the fucking outfits the New Mutants wear. So just fucking wear those, you morons. Like, and the fucking plot synopsis, it's a fucking horror movie set
held in a secret facility against their will.
I copied and pasted that too.
Have to battle the dangers of their powers as well as the sins of their past.
Which they're fucking 17 years old.
Save themselves.
That's the fucking tagline for heroes. Like, how I don't understand. First of all, what?
And there's no. It says
what horrors and sins of the past do they have because they're like 15? Like,
and then it says we are making a full-fledged horror movie set within the X-Men universe. There are no costumes. There are no supervillains. We're trying to do something very, very different.
So they made the fucking Cube.
So no,
you know that movie?
Fighting against no.
It's a movie where they all get trapped in this giant cube, and as they like try to figure out all the different, like, it's a fucking huge, massive cube, and inside the cube is little cubes, and each one is a room. And as they go into various rooms, different traps and shit happen, and you have to try to figure out escape, but it moves all at the same time.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And I'm like, that's pretty much what I thought of when I thought of this movie.
So moving on, it goes. Their next quote is a darker and more surreal, impressionistic view of the X-Men series than we've ever seen before. It felt like Stephen King meets John Hughes. And I have an issue with this John Hughes thing because...
You hate John Hughes?
Well, I do. I hate John Hughes with a passion. And there were a lot of issues. His name popped up a lot during Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Again, I have issues with Spider-Man because of that.
Because of John Hughes.
And I'm just wondering, like, John Hughes was huge in 84, 88.
Yeah, that...
You ever go and watch Breakfast Club now? Or
Yeah.
St. Elmo's Fire and all those other ones? Have you watched those now?
Breakfast Club, not bad. St. Elmo's Fire, I haven't watched in years. 16 Candles, I haven't fucking watched.
Like, you go... but even taking the biggest one, which is Breakfast Club, and watching it today... doesn't really resonate.
No, because
people aren't the way they are anymore because we actually have matured and are more accepting of, you know what I mean? To an extent.
Oh, I know. I'm just
right, but like,
comedy.
So how much of his name weighs down 30 fucking years later that we're making movies that they should have done with that vibe then when it was more relevant?
Yeah.
I just don't think his name and those sets of movies are relevant for the time that they're coming out.
You know what? Neither is fucking Stephen King.
Yeah, neither Stephen King. Who the fuck... Mention Stephen King to anyone 20 and under, 25, they won't know. Like,
no, because there's that It movie coming out, right?
Yeah.
Looks fucking terrifying, but no one knows what the fuck it is because they don't know who Stephen King is.
Actually, he's that guy. Going back to a previous story I mentioned. I forgot
Oh yeah, he's up for the running for Dark.
He's up to replace Lyman in
which I bet
Dark.
you if It bombs, they'll take him out of the running too.
Yeah, but like that wouldn't be fair because it has a niche audience. Like you're not looking for a massive return. When
No,
you make
but
It.
if they can get that like
Well, you're looking for a critical when you make It. You're looking more. Like
you're looking
reviews.
for The Purge and shit. What was those movies with the found footage?
Saw?
No. There was like 8 of them, and they started off kind of decent. Paranormal, yeah. You're looking for that kind of numbers. They did all right near the end, so I think they're looking for those kind of numbers. Mm-hmm. At least I would hope. I hope they're not hoping for comic book.
And like what would New Mutants be looking for based on when they're going for a horror type movie? Like
I don't know.
What are they looking at when they're like?
And
what market are they going for?
So this kind of ties into it. I know we mentioned this was the last story, but Gifted. Mm-hmm. We watched the trailer there, and it seems an interesting show. I'm going to check it out definitely because it does look interesting. It does look good. All the characters, at least actor wise, seem decent. Mm-hmm. But there's that line in the trailer. We don't even know if the X-Men or Brotherhood are still around. So what?
Like what?
Where does this movie fall? Where does the TV show fall?
Because is it a line to just get them out of ever tying to the movies? Where like in the TV world they don't exist?
Yeah, because as we've pointed out, the X-Men franchise and their timeline is more fucked up. You know what has a more coherent timeline? Dr. Goddamn Who.
Yes.
And that's saying something. Mm-hmm. But X-Men had no fucking clue. The way they did fucking time travel and the movie timeline, it is so ass backwards, it can't tell its head from its ass.
No, it can't.
Like, and some of it's retcon and some of it isn't. Some counts, some doesn't.
I think all of it is. I think all 3 movies were retconned after Futures Past, which erased 1, 2, and 3, not just 3. Some people thought that's how they got away with erasing 3, like Last Stand. But others say,
I heard they kept 1 and 2, half of 2.
I heard everything got erased.
Yeah, see, here's the thing: they have no fucking clue. So until we get a definitive
there's
timeline,
no way that because the next set,
they don't add up.
Yeah, like
especially
Dark Phoenix,
with
which is like supposed to be the next one.
Yeah,
which would be like the first of a new trilogy. You know, because it's the 4th one. That's supposed to take place in the 90s now, based on what because they keep.
And then if decades. The other one took place in the 2000s,
99.
Yeah,
X-Men came out in 99, maybe 2000.
Yeah, it was 2000.
It was 2000.
2001. 2000.
Oh, I don't think it was 2000.
No, there was 2000
or 2000.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't make sense. Like their timeline is fucked. And then a couple days later, we got the Rosario Dawson.
I like Rosario Dawson.
I was like, why is she in this?
I like Rosario Dawson, but what the hell is she doing in this movie? Yeah. She is in 4 Netflix series, soon to be 5.
Yeah.
What the hell is she doing? And she's not playing.
She's only in talks to play.
Yeah.
So hopefully it doesn't go through.
I like her, but I don't know what she's doing.
But I'm like, cast someone else.
There is
like you said, she's already a part of the
MCU. It's the same thing
on 4 fucking Netflix shows.
It's like you just said about fucking Tom Cruise and Johnny Depp and Javier
Bardem.
They're in fucking everything.
Yeah, cruises and everything. They all are.
Find some new fucking actors. Mm-hmm. Is everyone busy? You're casting the same fucking people to do 85 things.
Yeah.
What the hell?
We
got Tom Hardy as Venom.
I didn't read the article until before we started filming because I saw the one the other day about her being in it. But my initial thought
she has mutant powers and everything. I don't know.
It has to be someone else that you can call into this. So I think that's all we have.
That is it for the news. Goodbye. No, I'm just kidding. No. We are going into our main topic, ladies and gentlemen, which, as we know, this week, well, if you don't know, we are going to our main topic because as of this week, Flash and Arrow are done. which is going to make our podcast shorter because 15 minutes of that was dedicated to talking about Flash and Arrow.
Yeah, they're weekly reviews.
So we're going to have to find some more news. But so they had their season finales this week. We'll start with Flash because, once again, it was the weaker of the two episodes. Flash had a few moments where it was okay, and the rest of it was absolute garbage because they wrote themselves into a fucking corner again.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do.
They
constantly.
So the show starts off right away with the reveal that Iris doesn't die. It was Harrison, or HR.
Yeah. By the way,
this face thing.
I had to go back and watch this twice. Was that a piece of his armor he chucked at Salvatore?
Yes, they got it from a fight weeks ago.
Okay, I must have missed that.
No, like one of his blades fell off or something like that.
Yeah.
Somehow he used. I don't know if he used it to track her down. Like I don't know why he grabbed it with him, but
I don't know.
He brought it with him to break Iris out. When we see in the flashback about
how
he
threw it at the armor.
I think it. I don't think he threw it. I think the armor.
Grabbed it?
Called for it.
Oh.
Because it, came hard out of his hand.
I thought he chucked it to get their attention, and it just kind of went back to it.
Because that would have been dumb. He might as well went in waving his fucking arms and screaming.
Well, so let's face it, that kind of was his plan.
Yeah. But I think the suit pulled it towards them. And that's when they realized he was breaking her out.
Yeah.
So he uses his face module fucking tech thing from whatever Earth he comes from. And he disguises himself.
They have hinted at that thing being able to do whatever the hell it wants, anyways. Yeah. So
he ends up getting stabbed by Salvatore, and he dies
instead of Iris.
Yeah. Which puts the whole next. We get that in the first 5 minutes, not even.
Yeah.
Which puts the next, whether it was 42, so about 30. I'd say about 30 minutes into a limbo of the paradox is going to now dissolve.
Yeah.
And Salvatore will no longer exist.
But
why does it takes 30 minutes?
You know what?
And not instantaneous.
Again, the Flash and time,
fucking time on the show.
Flash and concept of time does not exist because sometimes it's instantaneous when shit happens. Other times
he gets a fucking
you need the plot
as soon as it happens. But the paradox takes 30. What is the paradox late? Did it catch the wrong fucking bus?
Yeah, it got lost in the time speed.
Yeah, Barry thinks of something now. Salvatore remembers it instantly.
Which still makes no fucking sense to me.
But I'm just saying, that works instantly, but the paradox of him not killing her to create him takes 30 minutes to catch up.
Yeah.
Just because they're like, shit, we still have 42 minutes of airtime, and we know how the last 10 minutes are going to go, so we have to fill this in with a chase scene, a love scene, a sad scene, and a few commercials. Because, fucking dumb. So... I would have rather watched the fucking commercials.
I didn't mind it as much. It wasn't great.
It just doesn't make sense. Again, like we were saying, they're not consistent in their storytelling. They're not following what they've previously stated as, first of all, rules or even just story.
I'm pretty sure they drop kicked that fucking rule book out a window along with mythology and any sort of coherent writing.
Yeah, because we find out that Barry... Well, not what we find out, but we see Barry go to Salvatore and, convince him to come back and we'll all be friends. We'll both marry Iris and, have a weird three-way, I guess.
Yeah. But the best part of, he was like, come back. And he's like, no. He's like, come on.
Come on. You remember that time when we had ice cream, right? And he's oh, yeah. He's like, you're right.
He's like,
which doesn't make sense. He has his memories, but, it's just, the bullshit of power and love.
Yeah. The heart of the cards.
The heart of the cards defeats the villain. He's like, you're right. I had ice cream one day, so I can't kill your girlfriend, even though up until 2 minutes ago I thought I fucking did.
So now here's the thing. I would have liked if they had actually fucking stuck with that and went with the redemption
I would have liked to see the three-way, too. Them both banging on the wedding night.
Yeah, that would have been entertaining. But, okay, so the multiverse, right? Obviously it exists. We know this.
Yeah.
Why couldn't this Flash,
just go somewhere else?
Who we never saw again, go somewhere and try to redeem himself as the Flash of Earth 732.
Yes.
That could have been a cool thing, and then the end of the show could have happened the same exact fucking way, because it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
Because they would have been like, hey, we could take Jay out of the Speed Force now, not realizing they're idiots.
Again, not realizing there are repercussions for their actions.
Which they may have actually learned at some point.
Anything during the last 4 episodes of this show,
this fucking guy
you
does
know
not
that I
learn
ride
shit.
that like fucking crazy. Repercussions
Like
for
a
his
government
actions.
mule.
There are things that you do, and there are things that don't happen, and they're all a result of how you fucking
and
choose.
effect.
So
Action, reaction, for every consequence.
there was a line
an
at the
action.
start of the movie where at the start of the show where it was between Barry and Joe, and Joe said something like,
With great power comes great
no,
responsibility.
he said
you
something
dumbass.
about like Iris being okay because
Yeah.
they've now realized that she didn't die,
Yeah.
and like them stopping it and like saving the day. And Barry says something along the lines of like, I knew we would do it. And when I was watching it, I then said, because there's no consequences for my actions, so there was, of course we would stop this.
See, now here's how I would have done it. I would have let Barry think Iris died, and then fucking Salvatore would have just fucking disappeared.
Yeah, you shouldn't have told him.
And no one, he would have been fucking clueless.
Until
He'd been
30 minutes later when he just poof.
shit, I'm fucking disappearing, I don't know what happened, and then Team Flash could have went, fuck you, and that would have been it.
That would have been a nice, better way. But
That
again, what would we have done to watch that for 30 minutes?
I would have been, because they would have still fought. He would have been like, you killed Iris,
I guess.
and now I have to fight you. And then in the middle of the fight, he just fucking disappears.
So throughout the fight,
and then again, they could have been like, go get Jay.
so they fill in the 30 minutes with bullshit and reasons.
Yeah.
You have Cisco being captured by Salvatore, and he has to reconfigure the bazooka gun because
The
Salvatore
bazooka gun.
Yeah, because Salvatore wants him to use it so that he can separate himself throughout all time.
Makes sense to me.
Okay.
Not really,
Cisco-
but it does.
Tweaks it instead to use it, and he's able to pull Jay out of the Speed Force because now he's in there as like a prisoner because they use it as like a phantom zone.
Yeah, because why not? That's
bullshit
how
and
that
fucking
works.
Reasons, right?
Yeah. Why not just put him in the goddamn Phantom Zone?
So we get to like 3/4 of the way through the show, and Caitlin or Killer Frost is using the gun on Salvatore. Realize it's not working. Outruns Jay Garrett. We realize that the plot twist of Cisco.
Yeah.
Cisco and Caitlin have their little fight, their moment. Not bad.
No.
It looked good.
It
visually.
did. I will give this
like
show
the
episode.
fights.
They are continually
But
increasing
I'm just,
the way
again,
things
I'm a
look
little
better.
tired of the Caitlin Killer Frost. Will she? Won't she? We knew she never would because they wanted the balls to fucking do it.
Well, because then they have to write her off, and I don't think they want to get rid of the actress who plays her.
Please.
Because, again, they wrote themselves in a goddamn corner.
They write themselves into these corners, and they're not committed enough to pull the trigger.
Well, here's the...
They remember when on shows when they used to like kill people off?
Yeah, vaguely. Game of Thrones, they fucking kill people left and right. And it means something.
But still, and it means something. They
Yeah.
used to do it on TV shows too back in the day.
Yeah,
but
well-
now when you're dealing with a TV show that revolves around superheroes and metas,
Yeah.
and I understand they do it all the time in the comics, but everyone comes back. Blah, blah.
But it's annoying in fucking
It's
comic
annoying in the
books,
comics
too.
too. It's annoying in the fucking comics.
See, here's
too.
the... You know what's
I don't
great?
think that's what we want.
And you can't even blame the CW for that, because they have Supernatural, and they kill main characters left, right, and fucking center. Mm-hmm. Like, they killed the fucking dad. Spoilers. Oh, we forgot to do a spoiler warning.
Oh, whatever. So,
Spoilers!
we told them it's a review.
That is true. You can't review anything for the most part without spoiling it at some point.
So,
Well, at
she
least
has
we
her
can.
will, she won't moment.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
But my thing is, it's like they could have written this character so much better. It could have been the whole thing of destiny and like Barry's evil and will he become evil with Salvatore. They could have done the same thing with her. You saw Killer Frost on Earth 2 and she's evil.
Yeah.
Caitlin gets fucking Killer Frost powers. That means, is she predestined to become evil in Killer Frost? Mm-hmm. That could have been a fucking thing throughout the whole series, and maybe have Caitlin accidentally kill someone.
Maybe.
And then it would have been like, I'm evil, this is what I'm supposed to do, and her total wig bitch out moments would have made more sense, other than my powers make me an evil bitch thing that she had going on this season.
Apparently, that's all it was.
Yeah,
because I have powers, I have to be evil. Like,
but that could have been a pre-fucking determined destiny thing, and it would have been a much better story because you have, again, evil Barry as Salvatore working with Caitlin, who's conflicted of whether or not she's Killer Frost.
Which side to go type of
Which
thing.
side to go with, and she goes with Barry. The reveal would have been huge still because it's still Barry. She would have been like, oh, Barry can be evil? Okay, fine. I'll go with him because that's how I feel right now. And then the tug of war of will she or won't she would have been a lot more meaningful than in this end of the thing. She just decides that, okay, I can be good, maybe.
Yeah, maybe this will work.
Why fucking 23 episodes in did you decide you could be okay with having your powers, maybe?
Yeah.
After Julian spent the entire fucking season after he became a good guy on Team Flash.
Power of love.
Because at this point, Team Flash is half of Central City.
I'm just recruiting.
They have a poster outside. Want to be on Team Flash? Ask Barry Allen.
Yeah, apply with him.
Yeah, it's, I don't know, it's just stupid.
So, the ending. Thoughts?
Good. I liked it.
I like the way it ends.
I don't like... Their Speed Force is iffy to me
Yeah,
at
their
best.
Speed Force is like
But I don't
nothing like
like
the Speed Force. But
his mother being out. I would just wish he would be like his own fucking decision, kind of. It was a little bit, but I wish he just would have been like, oh, okay, this is all because of me. I have to go in there now.
Yeah.
And it would have been a lot more meaningful, but again, they have to tie it to his mom because apparently the Flash can't do anything without his mom.
His fucking mommy.
But
and then, it wasn't
good.
bad. Look, okay, going into next season, the way it ends.
Yeah.
Barry gets locked in the Speed Force.
I hope he's in there for a few episodes.
I'm hoping, if I got to put a number, I want to say 10.
I don't want
And if I have the balls, 23.
No.
You do a whole season with Wally. I know it will be a tough season, but go with me on this.
Okay.
How big would that reveal be that, like, at the end of the season 4 finale,
Yeah, Barry pops out.
Wally gets beaten and outruns Barry and just cold clocks whoever's fucking there. You know?
Okay, I'll give you
some shit
that,
like that.
but I'm going to give you
But-
mid-season.
Okay, I'll go mid-season. That's why I
Because
said 10.
apparently the rumor is...
That's why I said 10.
that the Thinker
Yeah.
is going to be the main villain, and he's going to be creating the Rogues, or a version of the Rogues that either already exist that they have, or making some new ones and tweaking them. Which would bring back some guest stars and stuff, which would be cool because a lot of their rogues have been pretty cool so far.
Yeah, and you didn't see them. You didn't see them this season, and you didn't see them last season.
So not having a speedster villain would be a different pace for these guys, which would be cool. Since they've already burned through every reverse they have,
Yes.
and then made a new one. It would be cool to see Barry have to fight someone who's smart. Well, they've all been smart, but not as
They've all been smarter than Barry. That's just true.
Yeah. And just have to go with that. And then, of course, that would allow Team Flash to actually do something because they would have to think of ways to stop multiple people at once within fighting the dynamic of stuff.
Yeah.
And then having two speedsters would kind of work out because at the end, like, let's just say the Rogues... let's just say Kid Flash, who is now the Flash. I hope he gets a costume.
I hope he gets a new costume that is Flash-ish.
Yeah,
you know, kind of like Wally.
Yeah, and then Barry gets the new Flash outfit that we saw that he said they would get later on. Because Arrow seems to upgrade his costume, so why can't the Flash? Instead of just the White Album, just upgrade it a little bit more, and then like have him fight. He's winning against some rogues. So the Tinker shows up, let's say, midway through the midpoint season. So, like, episode 6. You find out he's pulling the strings, and then he's behind the scenes of all the new rogue that has come out, as opposed to just metas. And then he fights them, he's winning, and then all of a sudden they team up and he can't stop them.
Yeah.
And then the mid-season ends with the return of the Flash, Barry Allen.
That would be nice. I would like that. Like I said,
And
I would love 23. It's
and then the next half of the season
Is the
be
two of them
Flash
teaming up,
and Kid Flash teaming up to defeat what would be a stronger version of the Rogues, and then the Tinkerer getting pissed that he can't do it and pulls out the Reverse Flash. That would be cool because, of course, Barry's ultimate villain, regardless, is always Reverse Flash. So the Tinker's like, okay,
board, yeah.
I can't beat Alan with these rogues. Like, I can't do it. I know there's a multiverse. Out there somewhere is a Reverse Flash. And I want Wells' Reverse Flash. Because, again, that allows you to use... I can't remember the actor's name.
Oh, Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh, who's awesome. That gives you the ability to have Kavanaugh come back as a Reverse Flash.
I think he was only a Flash in Earth 1, though.
Well, let's just say on Earth, 4...
The same thing happened?
The same thing happened, but he beat the Flash.
Okay, I'm with you, yeah.
So he rules over that Earth.
Okay.
And he pulls him over because he wants more Earths.
Yeah.
Kind of like Zoom.
Yeah.
But just come help me and I'll help you, what blah, 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 villain stuff. And that...
They barter and trade.
Near the end of the season, let's say maybe 20, he pulls them in. So we don't get too much of it, overwhelming everyone again. And then there's just this huge epic battle, and they need Jay, and they need... what's her face?
Jesse.
So the Kid Flash, Jesse Quick, and Jay Garrett all team up to fight the rogues, Zolomon, and Thinker.
Yeah.
And your finale ends with the death of Jay Garrett.
That'd be cool. I like that.
You know what will happen? Absolutely none of that. I just wrote a better fucking season than they did.
Recapping. I would love 23. I know it won't happen. But I would settle for 10.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? End of episode 1.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Much like their Flashpoint.
Yeah. Maybe episode 2.
Yeah.
They might do because they'll do part 1, part 2. So maybe the end of episode 2, Barry Allen will be back.
Yeah.
Now, moving on.
Yeah.
We got Arrow.
Oh my God, was it so
Arrow was
good.
So fucking good.
From beginning to end, that
so
show was fucking
incredible.
Epic. 10 out of 10.
I actually want to watch it again.
I'm going to watch it again. There is nothing fucking wrong with that. Everyone was on point. Every bit of action was amazing. Every piece of dialogue closed off a storyline. Started nothing new.
It didn't.
It closed off
fucking everything.
5 years of storylines, and I read online it closed off 10 years of Oliver Queen's life from the island up until this point.
Yep.
And everyone got a scene, everyone got closure, and then everyone fucking died.
I know.
So I was looking up some stuff because remember before we jump into what happened, I just want to kind of get to the end and explain some stuff that obviously people who watch this are like, oh shit, they killed half
the cast.
They killed all of the fucking cast.
Yeah.
Other than fucking Oliver and his son.
Yeah.
So we'll get to how that happens, but I would just like to point out every one of those except maybe 2 are coming back. You know Diggle's not dead. You know Felicity's not dead. They've already confirmed that Black Siren and Wild Dog are full seasons next season.
Yeah.
The only people who may be dead are the mother, Quentin,
Thea,
and what's her name? Artemis. Right? Is that what they called Artemis?
I wouldn't even count Artemis, but yeah, Artemis, yeah.
And Artemis. You know those are the only people... Those are who were live and died because they're not going to kill off a bunch of those characters. And Curtis. Curtis is coming back. They're not going to kill Mr. Terrific. People like him. I actually dig him. The only... Actually, I thought of this while I was reading articles because I didn't think of it. I actually read it. Ragman was not in this.
Well, he left.
He left, but he was the only character out of this season who didn't get some sort of closure or end thing to his season. So he'll probably be back at some point next season. So, you want to do a recap?
Sure, I'll do the recap. So the episode starts with Oliver talking to Slade in the prison.
Which is so awesome to see Slade Whistler. Especially after that whole Twitter thing where he's like, I'm not in the episode, but he is.
Baiting everyone.
And then there was I only did dialogue. I wasn't physically there type of thing. Yeah.
And then
full fucking gear.
Yeah, so he goes to the prison on Lian Yu. And
I love that name.
He tells them look, I need your help.
Yeah.
Someone's taken over the island. They have all my family.
If you help me get my son, I'll help you get yours.
Which Slade is like, you have a son? He's like, yeah, it's a long story.
He's like,
we got some catching up to do.
He's like, what have you
I
been
like
doing?
that Slade had come down from the Mirakuru, so he wasn't fucking batshit.
Yeah, it's back to
it was back to them on
being
the island
bros.
Season 1.
Yeah, I loved
which
it.
I fucking love.
It's so good. That's
so fucking good.
He
they
is
have that
so
one moment
good
when
in
he's
this
talking
show.
to him about like forgiving himself. Everything you've done, what you did to survive on the island, what you did to survive those 5 years to get back home, to get to this point, was all because of what your father did.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like...
And I love that he gives them that point, too.
And he tells him, he's like, you're doing this because you feel you need to, and you feel sorry, and all that stuff. You got to forgive yourself. Fucking incredible.
This is another character who has told Oliver to just stop.
Yeah.
Stop blaming yourself for everything and just
which was the whole point of Prometheus in a way too, was like him realizing this what you do is because of this.
He is the second best villain they have behind Deathstroke.
Yeah.
He is fucking amazing in this.
Though if I could say there's one thing in this episode that made me mad, it was like that Prometheus doesn't survive.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, they're
again, like,
something with
it is so
he
good
could have
of
come back in later seasons to just tug on those strings and fuck.
But
with
he
them.
is so good at what he does. I think just having him do anything else would have been a fucking travesty. Because his arc is so good to like, he's just like, I mind fucked you so bad, and now I just literally killed everyone you know and love.
Yeah,
every fucking one of them.
He got him to make the choices, like you or your son, them or your son. You know, he's like, you chose the son, then the rest of them died.
By the way, like, it just proves that kind of Oliver is an idiot at times. He was like, I shot him in the foot, I win. Oh, wait, I didn't think to check him for another gun. Dumbass. Yeah. But no, great fucking episode. So, like, oh man, everybody got closure. It's so good.
So he gets Slade and he gets Captain Boomerang to help him,
which is so awesome.
Captain Boomerang apparently was already in on the take with Prometheus,
which again is so awesome. And they already went to Slade too, but they were like,
Slade said, "Go fuck yourself."
He's like, we didn't think you could get him, and they couldn't.
Yeah. But then, so like he doesn't make the switch then when it's revealed about Boomerang. Right?
Yeah.
Then later on, he slugs him and he turns him over. And I was like, I hope this was part of their plan.
They fell for the same plan twice somewhere in the island. It was great. Yeah. He was like, oh, he went with him, and then he punches Boomerang and they free it, and you see.
Because I was like, I hope this is part of their plan.
Yeah.
And that he didn't really fuck him over.
Yeah.
And then it was part of the plan. So
and
it
I'm
worked
like,
out
yes.
fucking great. I was like, yes. Like,
yes.
All their interactions. I love the stuff on the island starting to make sense. The fucking when he after he beats I forget his name in the show, Drago.
Oh, Kolovov or something with a K.
Yeah,
ends with a V. Yeah. But it's what's great about it is it's so symbolic of the fight of where Oliver is at that point and where he is now.
Yeah, again, it's cut in between that fight and him and Chase.
Back then, he would kill him without.
He would have fucking snapped him. Which is going back to the pilot. I'm just jumping all over the place, but going back to the pilot.
I'm going to jump all over the place.
Yeah, well, the pilot ties into this, right? Because like
you see him running,
the pilot, which is an awesome fucking scene.
Yeah,
but the pilot I'm talking about is when he comes back home.
Yeah,
those two guys kidnap him.
Yep,
and he gets taken to like some warehouse or whatever, and he kills the one guy instantly, snaps his neck. The other guy goes to run away, and he chases him down, and he catches him, right? That's when we first see him doing all that parkour shit in the alleys and stuff.
Yep.
And he chases him down, and he gets him in the alley, and he's like, he tells him, he's like, I don't want to do this, but I can't let anyone know what I'm capable of. And he fucking kills him too. Which was like, because it was all part of his plan. He can't let people know, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it was it's such a good fight because it shows like, he wanted to get off that island so bad he's willing to kill this dude.
Yeah.
Now he's finally reached that point with Adrian. He's like, I don't need to kill you, and I'm not going to kill you, regardless of what he said. And then he said, your son's dead. At that point, I would have fucking straight murdered the guy.
Felt like it was... But
Ollie was like, I know you're lying. And I'm like, I don't care if you're lying. I'm going to kill you anyways. So I guess Oliver is growing more than I am.
He's a better person. But, Yeah, the entire episode was fucking great.
My only gripe, and it's not even a gripe, it's just something I said out loud while I was watching it. So they're walking through the forest. Curtis, Thea, Malcolm, and the mom.
Yeah.
And Felicity.
Yeah.
So they have this scene where I think it's Felicity and Curtis talking about Oliver. Mm-hmm. And they have their scene and blah, blah, blah. And then they pan back. And I'm like, oh, next people's turn to have closure.
Yeah.
Because they go right back to Malcolm and Thea who have to talk.
Yeah.
And then there's that great bit where like she's like, blah, 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 this, and you're an asshole. Yeah. And then she steps on a landmine, as you do. And the one landmine in all of Leanne that Thea just happened to step on. And then Malcolm's like, it's just great thing where she's like, you don't have to save me. And he's like, I'm going to fucking do it whether you want it or not, and shoves her off. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, he's going to die. Mm-hmm. And he has confirmed he's not coming back for next season. Yeah. Barrowman. Maybe he's going back to Doctor Who, which would be awesome. So he's like, and then he dies and takes Boomerang with him, apparently.
Yeah.
And then her and Thea have this great moment of closure about her dad, where it's like, they may be vindictive assholes, but they're still your dad and they love you type of thing. And it doesn't justify or vindicate anything he's done, but he's still her dad. Mm-hmm. And he still would save her and shit regardless of whatever. Mm-hmm. But there are those conflictive feelings of, yes, that's my dad, but he's also murdered 600 people last week.
Yeah, and me, he saved Thea and Tim had her become.
And then Felicity had the same thing with her dad, where like he took the bullet for her, and I'm just like, man, this fucking episode is great.
The last few episodes were so dad heavy.
Yeah,
and going back to the ending with the boat, like they're on the
boat. So good.
He's running. The parts when he's running, like Green Arrow's running and Oliver's running. Yeah, interchanging. So fucking cool.
So good.
Oliver putting on like the gear to get rescued with like the long wig to make it look like he's been there all this time and shit. I like that.
Yeah, I did.
I loved the fucking phone call.
Oh, that was great because we didn't know she was in.
The phone call hit me with the feels.
Yeah, it did. I got the feels watching that, and you can just see the look on her face, like, holy shit, my son's not dead. Yeah. And then they cut to fucking Amal, who's like, he's got this weird look of sadness and happiness, but also like this look of despair type of look, where he's got all these emotions on him, and you can see it in his eyes, where he's like happy to be talking to his mother, but at the same time, I think he knows he's a sociopath.
Yeah, like what he's done to survive is just fucked him.
Yeah, and you can see it in his eyes, and that's such a great scene. And it's just, oh man, everything in this fucking episode was amazing. The fights were fucking fantastic. Yeah. Nessa and Talia, where they fight, that was great. And then she doesn't kill her, which is awesome because, first of all, you can't kill her anyways. Yeah. But just seeing her show mercy was great. The Black Canary and Black Siren fight was awesome.
That was really good.
They're canceling cries, and they have two different distinctive canary cries, which I also love. And then just fucking Quentin coming up behind her and smacking her with
that stick
fucking
or that pole
2x whatever the fuck it was. And she's like, "Thank you, you didn't have to do that." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I did. You have no fucking clue what this bitch has done, and my kid, and just everything."
I like that one.
And I love the fact that she's like, it was earlier in the episode with Quentin giving some closure to Canary and his kids. The great line where they give her the canary thing to break the stupid thing. Because plot. That's my only plot one for this, because it was so good. They give her the thing, and she's about to scream, and Wild Dog, who also in this episode didn't manage to piss me off.
I think this is his only line in the episode.
Which is great, but it was a great line. He's like, something, what was it? Like, let your canary cry or something?
Something like that.
And he's like, no, she's Black Canary. And I was like, fuck yeah, she is. And it was Quentin saying it. So he's acknowledging the fact that Dinah is now Black Canary, and they have replaced the other two shit canaries.
Yeah, with an actual canary.
Remember White Canary?
Let's not get started on the fucking White Canary shit. Oh my god. We're riding a high right now with an amazing episode. Let's not do that.
I had to fucking do it.
Let's not do that.
But So yeah, that was a great line. It was a great every fight was great. Deathstroke fighting the I don't want to say they were full-fledged League members.
No, they were just people that sided with
Talia, which was great because it allowed people like Wild Dog and Curtis and shit to fight
to have
them
a hand on them,
without having to look like earlier in the last season with all of a sudden the other Black Canary taking on League members and winning.
Yeah, which
was
never
like,
fucking
fuck
happen.
you.
Yeah.
Killing a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But watching these guys actually do a fight and having them all walk up and fight was just, oh man, this episode was so fucking good. There's no faults in it.
No.
10 out of 10.
10 out of
fucking
10.
perfect.
Fucking amazing.
If this had been the finale of the show, it would have been fucking epic.
Yeah, it would have been a good finale because it would have led into the way Oliver lives his life in the comics, which is by himself. But
with his kid.
Not griping on that.
Yeah.
Next season, definitely people survive. I hope we.
Where do they go?
This is what I'm saying. Like it's tight. See, he told them
for the
get
5 seasons. It was all about this island and things that happened to him and how he's affected.
Idea.
And now there's no island. There's no flashbacks.
No flashbacks. No islands.
I don't like. Who are they going to use for a villain? What are they doing? The only thing they've confirmed is Vigilante is going to be back next season.
Yeah,
but I can't see him being the big bad for next season.
No, but I'm sure he'll have a plot. But I'm curious to see who that is.
I am so excited for the first time since the end of season 2.
Yeah,
for Arrow.
Yeah, like I want to watch this
and even
again.
Flash for that matter. I am so excited for these shows to come back. Whereas the last couple seasons, I've just been like, I guess they premiered. I should probably watch them.
No, I'm 100% going to watch Arrow the day it premieres.
Oh, definitely.
100%.
And I can't. Flash too. I want to see what they do. I want to see what they do with these two shows, who are kind of in uncharted territory. Like Flash is locked up. Like at least with Flashpoint, you knew he'd be back.
Yeah,
because it's Flashpoint. It's just Barry somewhere else. Mm-hmm. He's not there now.
Yeah, him being locked up is
like, is there going to be a time jump? Is there not going to be? Like, where are they going to go?
I would like. Okay, you just mentioned that. Let's say it comes back in episode 4.
I'm going to have a gripe, and I swear to God, this is going to piss me off.
What?
I'm okay with a time jump. We'll get back to that in a second. Okay. But if there's a time jump, and Iris is fucking dating someone or engaged to someone, I will shut that fucking shit off so goddamn fast.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm not watching another fucking season of will they or won't they.
Yes, 100%. I'm with you on that.
She has better be fucking single, waiting for her goddamn husband to come out of the Speed Force like you know he will. Because I am not sitting through another fucking season of that shit, and I am barely accepting Ollie and Felicity because it seems like they worked their shit out finally. Mm-hmm. But for fuck's sakes, if I have to watch them do this. Anyway, sorry.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with a time jump.
Yeah.
As you said, if a time jump entitles Barry coming back in, like, let's say episode 4.
Yeah, because then they can work.
He's been gone a year.
They can work flashback episodes.
Okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah, he's been gone for some time.
But I don't want like a 5-year jump. I fucking hate 5-year jumps.
No, I don't think
1 or 2 years. I'm okay.
Although the CW is pretty famous for those 5-year jumps. They did that with a couple shows on their network. But anyways,
I hate them.
And then Arrow, I have no fucking idea where they're going.
Arrow better just pick up right after everyone dies.
I think. Obviously, certain people make it off the island.
Obviously,
I think certain people don't. But
you think they kill Quentin?
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with. I like Quentin. I like the character. I like him, Quentin,
but like he doesn't.
But
like,
he has no purpose.
If I watched an episode, wouldn't it be like, oh, Quentin wasn't in this one? It really was different.
See,
you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't weigh that much.
I think he's
going
to live
more and more with fucking his buddy there.
That's why I think he's going to live, because I think he's going to help Wild Dog with his kid.
Yeah.
And you know what?
But I don't want the death to be the mom.
No.
You know, like that's just like, well, you could have just had generic person they kidnapped be in the cage.
So I think maybe just Felicity then. Not Felicity, sorry, Thea.
I'm thinking Diggle's not off the table for me.
Really? You think? I think he's there. He's been there since a mainstay. I honestly don't.
Thea. So's Quentin.
Yeah, but
this is that 5-year jump where sometimes major shit happens in the 5 years.
Yeah, but we know they're lazy as fuck on superhero shows, and they don't really kill off main characters like that.
I think Diggle is more off the table than like Felicity. Fucking survives.
Oh, obviously,
if she's the only one that survives. If only one person survives, Felicity survives.
I think they all just survive, honestly.
But I don't think Diggle is
I do think someone will
100%
die.
cemented. I think someone will die. I just don't hope. I hope it's not like Artemis or like the mom, where it's like
we don't care.
Then that doesn't mean a fucking thing. Like, you just erased what that great finale was. Is that someone's not making it back next year?
It could be Thea. Theoretically, I think Thea of all people works.
I think Thea.
Quentin, we know, is probably going to come back. They need him to.
I think it would be between Thea, Quentin, and Diggle.
I don't think Diggle. I don't think Diggle's on the table.
I think those three.
But because then we have to deal with Argus.
You just get rid of those fucking Argus.
No, they need them for plot. They're the we have expensive tech plot people.
Anyways,
but yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Show's going back. Hope they're good. Yeah. So this has been this week's episode of Talking Bull, the Talking Bull podcast. We hope you enjoy it. Please go to our Facebook group, Talking Bull, our Twitter at Talking Bull PC, and our YouTube channel at youtube.com/TalkingBull. Anywhere you see that blue bull, just give us a like, subscribe, comment. Thank you very much. I've been Anthony. This is Nick. We are Talking Bull.
Bye.
Bye.